What's up, everybody? So I am going to do a quick video response to imaginary God bless you, and I've got his questions on the screen here, so forgive me if I look down a lot to read, because I want to make sure I got them right. So let's get right to it. Question number one: what do you say when to someone when they sneeze? That's a pretty funny one. I don't say anything, as a matter of fact, and as I've mentioned before, my wife is a agnostic, on the fence theist, more of a deist kind of thing, and she says bless you, not God bless you, but bless you, and I don't say anything, and she knows this, and it's just mainly because of the whole bless you thing. To me, has always had kind of a religious connotation from it, so I just don't say anything. It's not that I'm not polite, it's just that I choose not to say it. Number two, do you refrain from using words referring to God or Jesus? I don't really refrain from using it, because I actually say God damn it, and I say Jesus Christ as like an exclamation, or Jesus as in like damn, or shit, you know, that kind of thing. So I say Jesus a lot, and I try not to, but I really do. It drives my wife nuts too, because she's afraid my son, who's 20 months, is gonna, you know, one day in daycare go Jesus. So she gets upset with me because she thinks our son's gonna pick it up. So which is, I really don't want him to do anyway. Does religion and/or theists make you mad? If so, why? Yes, both, to some degree. Now, don't misconstrue. I'm not an anti-theist, which is what you mentioned, and this is a subject that I've tackled before. I do not hate people who are theists, but I do have a very strong dislike, and in some ways despise organized religion, and that's because denominations and organized religion, there are so many religions and denominations of different religions that for me they divide and conquer. They separate us, they cause people to be judgmental, and they cause people to be egocentric in the fact that they believe that their religion is the true religion, or the best religion, and it just separates people. That's what I don't like about religion. And certain theists, like evangelicals and fundamentalists, who have a tendency to vomit their rhetoric all over you, whether you like it or not. They make it, you know, their mission in many ways, some of them, to incorporate this and make it known and incorporate it into our schools, into our laws, into everything that permeates our life. And that makes me mad. Were you ever religious? If so, what religion? You know what? I was baptized, and I was baptized Baptist. I guess you could say. That's what my mom always said, I was a Baptist, but I was never religious. I remember going to church when I was like 7 years old or so, something like that. At least that's the last memory I have, and I believe it might have been 6, 7, you know, young. I remember going with my grandmother on like Easter, and I remember going a couple times when we were kids on like Christmas, but I never really went to church and was never really religious. I always considered myself pretty much to be, I think I considered myself or found myself out to be an atheist somewhere around the age of 14, 15, something like that. Or an agnostic atheist, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. Number 5, do you think you value your life more without a belief in God or religion? I personally think that the majority of people who don't have religion do value their life more. A large majority. I'm not saying there's not a certain amount of theists or people who have religion that value their life. I know many. I know people here on YouTube, people who are my friends, people who are my family, But I've always seen it because at least like I said, there's that percentage of fundamentalists and evangelicals that are, you know, those rapture seekers, and it doesn't matter, you know, nothing is held as high as God, and so they don't see themselves as worthy because they see themselves as sinners, and so on and so forth. So yes, I think for me, I think it's something that, you know, I value my life anyway, but I don't know if I would value it more if I was a theist. What do you fear? Well, I fear that our current organization of government has become too power hungry, too money hungry, and too Orwellian. And I think there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and there's a coming shitstorm of things that a lot of people will not expect. Those I can go into detail if anybody's interested. Number 7, do you think that atheists and theists should go their separate ways with their separate beliefs, or do you think that theists need to convert to atheism? I personally have no desire to convert anyone. That being said, because I don't want to push my belief or my thoughts on someone else. If I have a conversation with someone and they are influenced by what I say, then okay. If I've helped them in some way, or they felt that I've helped them, and by influencing them, that's great. But I will not. I do not want to force my thoughts, my opinions, my views on anyone else, because I would not want that on me, and I won't have that for myself. So everyone has the ability and the right to make their own choices. So I don't think we should necessarily go our separate ways. I think we need to find a way to, everybody needs to find a way to come together. I mean, it sounds corny and cheesy, but, you know, we're all in together, one people, period, end of story. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think theists need to convert to atheism, but for them to have their own belief and their own thoughts about religion is great, but until it starts to pour out into and affect people's lives, then that becomes a problem to me. Have you ever read the Bible? I've read large sections of the Bible, but I've never read it cover to cover. That's something I plan to do very soon. So, those are my answers. If anybody has any questions or would like me to clarify, please hit me up in the comments section. So, take it easy. Peace.